Yep, we've got our man. Ferran Torres is a bird. He's a Manchester City player, and I'm absolutely delighted about this signing. And I'm so excited for this incredible wonderkid to be a Manchester City player. Seriously, it's very exciting. I actually recorded my reaction video to this last week because I thought it was going to go through then. I'm going to play that video now, but I wanted to give it a bit of contextual info before you wonder why I'm talking about it in a different tense. Here's the video. Yep, it's happened. Manchester City have got their man. Ferran Torres is a bird. He is a blue. And I'm absolutely delighted. It's always fun and always exciting to sign a new young attacking winger. And we've got the guy we've been after for a few weeks now. And how good does it feel to finally get a new forward coming in? There's something about signing a new forward that just gets you really hyped and excited, doesn't it? Last time we signed a young, skillful, pacey winger, guess what happened? It was Leroy Sane. I know he's kind of gone now. But the point was that it was really exciting and really worthwhile. And I'm absolutely delighted to get this in because we're getting our summer off to a good start, an exciting start. Honestly, we've signed potentially someone else's Phil Foden. I'll go into the overview basically. See below, I've got loads of things to talk about, and I'll go straight into that overview. Ferran Torres has come in, and he's genuinely the real deal, and I'm very excited. As I was just about to say then, sometimes it's really fun just to sign someone else's Foden. I'm sorry, Valencia, I genuinely am that we've taken away your golden boy, but he's ours now. And honestly, having someone that highly rated at Manchester City again, well, another person that highly rated Manchester City is genuinely like a breath of fresh air. He fits the age profile of the squad perfectly. He potentially is the next step for Manchester City in redeveloping their squad, and I'm genuinely delighted. This kid, don't get me wrong, is genuinely incredibly highly rated. You've only got to look at the clubs that have been scouting him over the years. Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid, even Dortmund were after him, and Dortmund is that stamp of approval you need for a young player, because Dortmund know a thing or two about turning a young player into a world star, as we all know. Looking at you, Mr. Jadon Sancho. But if Dortmund are after him, and we've got him for a good fee, I'm really happy about this. Honestly, Ferran Torres has been the name on everyone's lips over in Spain for some time now, and it's great that we finally got this guy in. Plenty of experience already, 109 appearances across Valencia's B-side and their first team. And he's basically a guy that everyone is very excited about. And for good reason as well. He's been involved in some of Spain's fantastic under-17s and under-19s teams, beating some of England's incredible youth teams as well, including Foden. So he really is part of a golden crop and seen actually as one of their star players. So we've got a player who's been turning heads over in the Liga for some time now. He's ready to take that next step up, and he's come to Manchester City to hopefully improve alongside Guardiola, which I've no doubt he will do. He's got that incredible attitude. He's got that really good mentality. He's a quiet lad as well, apparently. He's really quiet and very focused, which will fit into Manchester City style very well. In terms of the fee, I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what the fee is at this second. I pre-recorded this video because I'm currently on holiday. Thank you, Manchester City, for interrupting my holiday. Just a quick interjection once again. The fee is even cheaper than I thought it was going to be last week when I was talking about it during this video. 25 million euros up front with 10 million as add-ons. That's ridiculously cheap. It's like 20 million pounds. It's an absolute bargain. I can't stress enough how good a deal that is. Anyway, I'll let you get back to me waffling away again. Either way, it's a fee that Manchester City can afford, and it's a fee that we should be very excited about. Seriously, to get a player of this ability for this price, depending on the price it is what I think it is, it's genuinely very impressive. This is the kind of guy in a pre-COVID world, if Valencia would be doing a little bit better, maybe we'd be going for 60-70 million pounds, but we've got him for basically not far off half that because of everything going on. It's a shame for Valencia, of course. It's also a shame that they didn't get him to sign a new contract, which is also one of the reasons why his fee is down in that kind of bracket. Genuinely, this could actually turn out to be a massive bargain. We're talking like, you know, Leroy Sane kind of level fee here, if not a tiny bit less, and we've got him with that much potential too. This is a fee that we should be very excited about because, seriously, I hate to sound callous given everything, but in the current financial climate, there is a bargain or two to be had, especially when the players have only got a year left on the contract. And this fits into that perfectly. This won't put a big dent in our transfer spending, and it potentially exponentially improves our squad, which is fantastic. To get a player of that high value for down here is genuinely like, it's just fantastic. In terms of his style of play, this is the bit I really like. Now, if you want a full breakdown of his ability and all that kind of stuff, I recommend watching this video here. Or here, wherever it is. I did a video with David Cartledge from ESPN where I talked a lot, and he talked an awful lot about the player's ability, about Ferran's potential and his playing style. And basically, I really like him because according to many people, and I've seen this quoted a few times now, he's a little bit like Joaquin, the old Valencia winger, who is just absolutely fantastic. I loved watching him growing up. Basically, a traditional winger in the sense that he wants to beat a man, in the sense that he wants to get his head down and put a cross in, or he can drift in, or he can drift outside as well. And he's two-footed as well, and I really love that dynamism to his game. It means he can go that way or this way, inside or outside, and cause trouble on either flank. And he's genuinely ambidextrous as well, which is incredibly, incredibly useful for a squad as versatile as Manchester City is. And also, he has that pace. It's so good to have a winger with actual pace. Now, I'm not saying he's lightning quick like Leroy Sane, who really is lightning quick like Leroy Sane, but he is faster than Mahrez, he is faster than Bernardo, he's probably faster than Phil Foden as well. And to have someone who can actually do that is just so, so useful. He actually reminds me in terms of pace of someone like Carlos Tevez. Now, Tevez wasn't the fastest over a sprint, but he certainly had that initial acceleration and the stockiness and strength to get past the player. And Ferran Torres definitely has that similar burst of pace, and he just seems to like beating people. He actually reminds me a little bit, and I'm not saying he's at this level, seriously not trying to compare him too much, but stylistically he does remind me a little bit of Jadon Sancho. Sancho is very comfortable on either flank, really likes making a pass as well as beating a player, and also likes scoring a goal. And Ferran Torres does actually remind me a little bit of Jadon Sancho stylistically. And I love that the idea basically, because you've got a fast, complete, intelligent winger, and I really think he can bring a lot. In terms of his actual position, well, basically, he's very two-footed, as I've just said. He likes to pass the ball, he likes to shoot, but he likes to play on either wing. Now, he has said, according to some recent reports, that he wants to play on the left a little bit more, which means even though it's another inverted winger potentially, because his strongest foot is his right foot, it does mean we can give Sterling a rest every now and then with someone who actually can play on the left wing with competency. It'd be really refreshing to have a replacement for Sterling that isn't Phil Foden, because Foden, as good as much as I love him, he isn't a winger and never will be a left winger, though he will play on the right every now and then again, because he can beat a man, he can put in a cross, but don't worry about him playing on the left, given the fact that he's right-footed, because once again, that two-footed nature and that directness and that power, you can see him drifting out absolutely anywhere. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if every now and then he gets the ball and he does drift a little bit more central and links up with the play. I saw an assist he made the other day for Valencia, which was wonderful. It was a very Kevin De Bruyne pass where he curled it around the defender from about just inside his own half. A delightful pass, and that's the kind of thing I want to see more of him. He is only a young player, and according to, going back to the start of play briefly, if you don't mind me kind of going back that way, he's a player apparently that is growing into his game and becoming more and more confident. As you see when Foden before, when a young player is still breaking their way into the first team, they sometimes can be a little bit polite about their own abilities, but at the moment he's starting to change games on his own, and that's what we want from this player. And in terms of position then, so I think he's going to play on the left. Statistically, it actually reminds me a little bit of Sane in terms of stats. Now, you've got to bear in mind that Valencia have actually become a mid-table team over in Spain. They've not done that well, and the squad in general is a bit of a mess, and there's loads of political things going on, and largely it's been very kind of difficult to play in that team and have a high productive output. Having said that, he's got 4 goals and 5 assists in 34, that'd be impressive, 34 La Liga games this season, which is pretty decent return given everything. And it reminds me a little bit when you look at his overall stats of 6 goals and 8 assists, are kind of similar to what Leroy Sane had when he was at Schalke before he came to Manchester City. You've got to bear in mind as well that obviously statistical output will go up massively when he's surrounded by players who can help with his movement, who can help him create space and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just excited. Do not expect his stats to be what they are now. They'll just massively shoot up. Look at what every winger does when they come to City. Goals and assists galore, and he will get that. In terms of his squad status, he's going to go straight into the first team. He's going to be challenging for Raheem Sterling and Riyad Mahrez's place. Those two will obviously start next season, our first choice, but he will be there, and finally he'll be another alternative off the bench. And given the fact that next season we're going to have 9 substitutions on the bench as well, this is absolutely perfect for him. He'll get plenty of game time. I know people will think that maybe he's going to block Jaden Bratt, but seriously, there's room for both of them. Yeah, we have to be patient on that front. I'm just excited to get a guy who can come in and give that squad that energy and that oomph that we genuinely need on that front. Someone like Ferran Torres could really refresh this squad. There's something about signing a really young, exciting player that gives everyone a lift. It puts the current players on their toes a little bit. It makes the fans excited, especially when it's a forward. Signing forwards is just that much fun. And I suspect that he'll come into this squad, he'll be really diligent. It might take a while for him to break into the first team. Think about Bernardo Silva, think about Leroy Sane. When they first came, it took them a while to get a run of games because they had to learn the way that Guardiola plays. They had to learn the system. They had to learn how to be diligent and track back and all that kind of stuff. Now, I've got no doubts whatsoever Ferran Torres can do all those things, but you have to be patient, basically. But we've got plenty of time. We'll have plenty of games, and I've got no doubt he'll be, by the end of the season next year, he'll be a very important member of our first team, and also just a key member potentially for years to come. I'm imagining a future where you've got Eric Garcia and Marshall in the defence, Phil Foden's there, then you've got Ferran Torres, these 3 20-year-olds as it is at the moment, then you've got maybe some of the academy lads coming up as well behind you, the likes of Braff and maybe Cole Palmer and Delap, and it's just Oh, it's absolutely heavenly. We need to put basically Manchester City Part 2, or version 3.0 even, I guess, of all the changes that we've gone through over the years. We need to put that into fruition now, and this could be the first step alongside that. I'm very, 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 very excited about this signing. As I said at the start of this video, we've signed someone else's Phil Foden, and imagine how excited someone would be if they signed our Phil Foden. We know he's this good potentially. He's fantastic, and he should be hyped. Get hyped for this player. Honestly, he's going to be fantastic. Let me know down in the comments what you make of this potential signing. Check out this video right here as well, which is a more in-depth view from someone who knows a damn sight more than I do about Ferran Torres. It's from David Cartledge, and check out another video right here, because why not? It'd probably be about another signing that we're going to make. Subscribe to this channel if you're new to it. Get hyped down in the comments, and thank you, Manchester City, for interrupting my holiday.